It's much.
Hey, Christian, what's happening, man?
Nothing much.
Hey, welcome to Spark.N.Stride.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so happy that you had the time to come by and hang out with me for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm happy that you invited me.
Oh, that's awesome, man. You know you're my family. You can come here whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about what's important to you, though. Like, what's been going on with you?
So 7 months ago, that's when we knew I had diabetes.
Oh, okay. So you want to talk about your diabetes?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to talk about how I got it and how we found out.
Okay, cool. So the floor is yours.
So 4 months ago, I'm pretty sure, May 4th, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was really sick. Like, I went to the bathroom a lot. I drank like a lot of water, like 6 of these bottles a day.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
like it's a lot. And then I barely ate, and I lost 20 pounds in like 2 months.
Wow.
Just from all of that. And then we went to a doctor, and they took blood, and they found out I had diabetes. So the next day at 1, I know the exact time, 1 o'clock, my mom took me out of school. We went to the doctor, and we found that I had it, and we rushed to the emergency room.
Mm.
And then after that, they like put IV, and then they were talking about how we found out I had diabetes, and they thought like average is 4 months. That's what they think.
Mm-hmm.
So basically 7 months I've been diagnosed, but we didn't. 3 months we didn't find. No.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they think that you maybe had it for 7 months, but they didn't.
No, 4 months, and then
4 months.
Or no, 3 months I think, and then 4 months we knew that.
Got it. Okay, so that's when you had your diagnosis. That's
Yes.
You kind of knew. Wow. Okay. So let me ask you something. So when you got sick, that's what started everything. Was that you got sick?
So there was no symptoms when we first had it. I started losing a lot of weight in winter when I was playing basketball. So we just thought that that since I'm playing basketball, I'm very active. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm losing a weight. But then, like when basketball was done, and like we came to the doctors because we saw he lost too much weight, and we kept losing weight after basketball. So we went to the doctors, and we found out. They took blood. Then next day we went to the doctors or ER I think, and then
The emergency room.
Yeah, and we found out I had diabetes, and then like we stayed there for 3 days.
Oh, wow.
And they had IV, and then we had to rush to the emergency room because my blood sugar is very high, like 500s. And an average blood sugar, probably yours, is either 90, 93 to 120.
Okay.
So right now, I'll actually show you.
Okay.
Hold on. So I open my thing up, and it's going to say Clarity and type Dexcom G6. So that's one I have. I can actually show you where it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's right on my arm right here.
Oh, okay. So that's like the sensor.
Yeah, so it says like what the brand it is, and I have a thing over it. It's like a needle, tiny needle. It's like this big. It's thinner than a hair.
Okay.
So
thinner than a hair.
Yeah, very,
Whoa,
very, very, and it goes. So like you have a little injection thing, kind of like. So you press it down like this, and it goes in like, I don't even know how fast. Very fast. You don't even feel it.
Okay.
And it's very tiny. So, and then you set up the app. And you have 2 apps. Clarity is which it tells you like how your range is. So like 120 is my range. And then this is my, where it tells me my blood sugar actually. So
what's your sugar rate? Well, what's
328, which is not good. It's higher because I ate, and I think I undercovered. And I'll get into that soon.
What's undercover?
For insulin, because my body does not produce insulin, so my pancreas doesn't work.
Got it.
And I wasn't born with it. It's called an autoimmune autoimmune disease.
So explain to me again, how does it work when you, so you said 328 is too high.
Yeah.
Because your range, you say your range was 120?
120, 193, like 120, 90, under. And I'll also talk about low soon. So 120 is perfect. You want it. Or lower than that, like 93, 90 is good for you. An average person or just a regular person.
Got it. Okay.
Blood sugar.
So you said what kind is it? Is it type 1 or type 2 diabetes?
So I'll explain that.
Okay.
Type 1 is where you're born with it. But in my case, my body, I have autoimmune disease, which fights my body off, kind of like a disease, but I don't have one. And type 1, you're either born with it or get it regularly somehow. And then type 2 is where you eat horrible, like you don't eat good at all, and then you have to like eat healthier to get it out. But type 2, you can be regular again, but type 1, you're stuck with it for your whole life until they find a cure.
Got it.
So
which one do you have?
Type 1.
You have type 1?
Yes.
Okay, so you're prepared to live with this.
Yeah, only until they find a cure.
Right.
So what my mom said was like it's my pancreas kind of like sleeping, so it doesn't really produce insulin. So we make a fundraiser. Remember that walk last week?
Yeah, I remember.
That was the fundraiser for or it's just a walk for diabetes, but they made a fundraiser where we raised like $4,000.
Hold on. We, meaning like your team?
Yes,
raised
my team.
Your
team.
Oh, well, do you know how much they raised altogether?
Yeah, $4,000.
Okay.
And then and I donated every $1,000.
Okay.
So after that, so we made a fundraiser, and then after that we went to the walk, and then what else? So fundraiser for a cure. That's what the fundraiser was for.
Got it.
It was for a cure, and then they had the walk, and then they announced how much people did, and then they even sent us socks. For real? Yeah, they sent us socks. I was wearing socks. Who
sent you socks?
The program sent us socks. I think I don't even know the name. I don't remember it, but they sent us socks for it. Then we had the walk, all that, but we're still finding a cure, kind of like cancer cure. We're still finding it. So we're like, they had the cure to like kind of wake up my pancreas.
Okay.
So it works.
Wow.
Any questions?
Do I have questions?
Yeah, do you have questions?
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of questions.
Yeah,
I have all kind of questions.
Ask.
Yeah. So what do you like to eat?
Eggs and bacon. So
that's what you eat.
Were
you eating eggs and bacon before you found out?
I was eating eggs and bacon. I love eggs and bacon.
Okay. Can you still eat eggs and bacon now?
Yes.
Okay.
Any meat or protein or low carb stuff.
Okay.
Or if they have fiber. So say something's 4 carbs. Fiber is going to make it lower. So 4 carbs, fiber, say it's 2 grams of fiber. It's going to make it to 2 carbs. So they make like low carb popsicles. So I like having that. So it's 8 carbs, I'm pretty sure, which is not big, but it's not also small.
Yeah.
But I can have it like special times, only if I'm not like now.
Okay, because right now you're up.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you bring it down?
I take insulin. I'm gonna get into that soon.
Okay.
So they make that keto stuff. So basically I'm on a keto diet, or I take insulin for like foods or snacks or treats.
Okay.
So things we avoid is basically carbs, higher carbs, and then sugar. So like high sugar, not like 1 gram of sugar is not crazy.
Yeah.
But like 20 grams for a bite of Skittles or something, which is a lot.
Got it. Okay. So you kind of have to monitor what you're eating, obviously, right?
Yeah. So like,
how does that make you feel?
annoyed. like you have to watch everything you eat. And you see, say you love a cereal, and they say it's more healthy for you, but you have it now. Like say you got diabetes a month ago. Before you had the diabetes, you loved that cereal, but now you realize it makes your blood sugar go very high. But now you can't have it anymore. So like, say you love something a lot, candy. You can have candies for low. I'll talk about that soon too. You can have candies for low, but you cannot have candies for like regular time. Like say Halloween, they made a whole day holiday about it. I can have candy then because it's a holiday, but like regular basis, I cannot have it, and it's not good for really anyone either.
But what about if you were 328 on Halloween? Yeah. What do you do then?
I would probably have like the lowest carb thing and take a little more. Correct? So I can show you that right now, but I'm not.
So what would you do? You know, like what would be a candy that's low?
So Skittles or apple juice or anything sugary if I'm low. And I can show you like low times, or I can just tell you I don't think it shows up. So the lowest I ever went was low. Just low. It just said low. Like under 20.
Whoa.
Under 20.
That's not good, right?
No, that's horrible.
Got it.
You get sweaty.
Really? Oh, okay.
You get so shaky like this, and it's horrible for you. And then making yourself go back up is not good either. So you kind of like want to have candy. So I take 5 Skittles if I'm low. Like say I'm going down rapidly, and I'm 98. We take 5 Skittles, wait 15 minutes, then take another 10. So 15 you want to have. And 15 and all. And I'm still going low. There's thing called sugar tablets, which we take 4 and 16 carbs. That makes it go up. So that's low. And then high, when so it's like your blood sugar is really up. You're dehydrated. It's not good for you at all. I think it's even like a little worse than low. Because you can die in both ways if you go too low, and you can die if you go too high. But you can only die if like don't take insulin at all, eat candy all day. Like you can get a DKA, which I was in, but not the serious. So like ketones is when you're really dehydrated, and ketones like I don't know, it's like acid in your body, which is not good for you. So, like, you can lose limbs, arms, legs, all that, like, fingers.
So how did you learn all of this? How did you learn everything you're telling me?
My doctor.
Okay.
And my mom researches up, and she tells me.
Okay. Wow. Because it's a lot of information.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I first had it, actually, I'm going to talk about when we didn't know. I did not have it. So I had to go to the bathroom like 20 times a day.
Okay.
At night when I had to go to sleep, I had to go bathroom at least 5 times before I get to go to sleep. And then since my blood sugar is so high, I was shaking like this. I could never go to sleep. And that's still now, only if my blood sugar is high. So.
Wow.
So, or low too. Low is not fun, but when you go to sleep, you're not going to feel it. You're not going to be shaky in your dreams or anything like that. So, when I was going to school and I didn't know I had it, I had to go a lot. And I had to put on chapstick every 20 minutes because my lips were so dry. And then no, not even 20 minutes, like every minute. And then lotion, I put lotion all over my hands.
Because you're so dehydrated?
Yes, my hands used to be like a desert, literally.
Wow.
And then that was for 3 months. My hands are so itchy, and like it's the lotion like soaked into my hands in like 3 minutes.
Okay.
So
did you tell anybody like, hey, like
my mom used to see that I was very ashy, but like before I even had diabetes, so we used to put on I used to put lotion on my hands like all the time, but I stopped, and so it got even more worse. Even now, how I was.
Yeah, because when you get dehydrated, that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like you don't feel it on, like you feel very itchy, and like it's annoying, but So when I always used to put on, like one day I used to put on lotion like 5 squirts, and it was like big. So in 3 minutes it's gone, and I live 54 seconds away from my school, and it was almost gone.
Wow. Oh, you live real close to your school?
Yeah, I live. So say this is where I live, and then you go up, take a left, take another right, take another, and you're there.
Oh, okay.
I literally timed it 54 seconds away.
Do you walk? Do you walk to school?
I get there. I go there. My mom drops me off, but I walk home from school. But I used in like 2nd grade. I used to get picked up because we just got moved there. Like we moved there 1 year ago, I think, or 2 maybe, I don't know. But I used to walk home at 3rd grade and 4th grade now. Got
it. So you would walk home because you live close by?
Yes. Right. We just got there, so we didn't know the neighborhood a lot, so we didn't know if there was creepy people or anything. So
yeah.
But now like the last robbery in our neighborhood was like 1984, and then there's no other things in our neighborhood.
How'd you figure that out?
First Halloween when we moved there, our neighbors right next to us told us the last time there's a robbery or crime here, it was 1984, I think.
Wow.
And it was I think it was our other neighbors. So we lived up here, and it was like right here, right in front of us.
Okay.
So let's get back to the like how we didn't know.
Sure, whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah. So
sure.
When I had to go, and then my teacher realized I was drinking water like crazy, and then everyone had to go to the bathroom. So after we got that all sorted out, we went to the doctors, like I said. Went to the emergency room. Oh, actually, my teacher. So I think the day before we went to the emergency room, we found that I had diabetes, but we didn't do anything crazy. So the next day we went to school. My teacher told me, so this is what we do to go to the bathroom. So my teacher told me, just do this, and you go to the bathroom anytime you want. And if you need to go, to the nurse, just raise your hand. And if you need to do anything for lunch, you go to lunch at 11:34 or 30. But I go there at like 11:20 because I need to take insulin.
Oh.
Before I eat, because I can't just eat and then give me insulin. I have to take it before.
So you give yourself insulin?
Yes, I can show you soon.
Okay.
Soon. So after, and then the day before that, I think after lunch, 10, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, that's when we left to go to the ER, because we didn't know. Like the doctor told us I had diabetes, but we didn't do so much crazy stuff about that until we actually went to the ER and told us how my blood sugar is crazy, like in the 600s. Like
your blood was in the 600s. Your sugar levels were in the 600s. Wow.
600. And then when I used to go to the Dita's house,
that's dangerous, man.
I know, like crazy, like 500s, like very high. It's like higher than the 400s. Like 400s is considered very, very high. But like 500, 600, crazy high. Like DKA high. And I had like...
What's DKA?
I'll get to that. We're getting to that. Okay. So, we got to the nurse, they told us I had DKA, which is... I don't even know what DKA stands for, but it's when my blood sugar is very high and you get ketones, which is acid in your body, basically. So when we got there, they pricked me like it hurt like pricks. You know, I have it actually with me, but
Yeah, like the little one that pricks your finger.
I don't remember what it was, but they said it was very high. So and then we waited. We got into a room like in the lower class, and then like the sink. We stayed there for 3 nights. I think the second night, or maybe a little later, like at 9, they took us to the emergency room because how high my blood sugar was, and like they had IV right here in my arm, right here, and then before that they tried to take blood from me, and they didn't get blood at all.
They couldn't find the vein.
They went here. I think.
Do you know why they couldn't find the vein?
I don't know actually.
Because you were so dehydrated.
Yeah.
When you're dehydrated, it's very hard to find a vein to draw blood from.
Yeah.
So you were probably super dehydrated. You know, I could only imagine. Wow.
So
you're pretty brave, man. You're pretty brave to go through all of this stuff and to still stay positive about it, and just keep with a positive attitude.
Yeah.
That's gonna do a lot for you, not only now but as you get older too.
Yeah.
Because you're an example. You're an example for other young men that probably they're learning that they have diabetes for the first time, and they don't know how to adjust to it, because it is an adjustment. It's not just an adjustment for you. It's an adjustment for everyone, right? For your grandparents, your parents, everyone, even
close friends,
even me, right? Because you come to visit my house and play with my daughter, your cousin. I got to make sure that I have the right foods here for you. That I can't just give you junk food when you get here, because
like Diet Coke or water.
Yeah, right.
And Diet Coke, it's like a treat.
Yeah.
Kind of like candy, but better for me. So, like, if my blood sugar's been good, I can have it. Okay. But aspartame is in diet stuff. Yeah. Which they say has cancer, which can give you cancer. So we kind of have that less often as normally.
How was it when you went back to school? After this whole thing, after being in the hospital for a few days, after figuring out exactly what the diagnosis was that you had diabetes type 1, and getting all this information, because it's a lot of information, right? Like it's a little bit overwhelming, right? You're kind of like, oh my God, like, you're getting all this new information. When you go back to school, right, and you go tell your friends, what do your friends say?
So my close friend, his name is Luke.
What's up, Luke? What's happening?
He didn't really think much of it. Okay. Like, I didn't say he wouldn't care. But he didn't think much of it until we really we got more into and see how like when I go over his house, how it's low or high. Because one day I went to his house, and this was recent, like 2 weeks ago. I went to his house, and I changed my Dexcom, which tells me my blood sugar.
You do that yourself? You switch that out yourself?
Yeah, you just rip it off like a Band-Aid, place it in kind of like this, and then it just goes in like 60 miles per hour.
Really?
Yeah, it goes in quick.
You have to press it?
Yeah, you have to press a button like this.
Got it. And then it
just shoots out.
It shoots out. Wow. When do you know that you have to change it?
It tells me, actually. I can pull it up right now.
So. Oh, the app tells you it's time to change out the...
Yeah. So I go on to settings right here. And then I look all the way down. Count, sport, all that stuff. You can see right here. Last time it gave me my calibration, which tells me my blood sugar. It was... What time is it? I don't know. That's a long time ago. But this sensor expires. You can see right here. Sensor expires. Look for sensor expires. Okay. And you see the date? Yes. That's when it expires, and it tells me the time too.
Oh wow.
And I can show you on my pump. I can pull it out right now.
So your so the sensor expires October 21st of 23 at 8:14 p.m.
Yes.
So that's when you have to switch it out,
Yeah.
and it's going to give you like a reminder.
It's gonna give me actually this gave me a reminder actually now because it expires today.
Oh right,
This one expires today.
Oh no. Okay, that one.
This one, not this one.
So what's that one then?
So this is my pump. This gives me insulin. This is basically a pancreas.
Oh,
So-
wow.
You can see like
Wow.
I put an over thing over it for it doesn't break off.
Right.
Because you can see the difference from the bigger difference from this.
Yes.
Because it's not going to get caught on barely anything. But this can get caught. It's like the first time I had this, I put it on my thigh, and every time I put it on pants, it like ripped the back, like this part off.
Got it.
And like that wasn't good. So
Right.
we put like tape over it,
Okay.
kind of. And then we had to change it every 3 days.
Every 3 days you got to change that out?
Yes, every 3 days, no matter the time.
Whoa.
Actually, we can. Let's see when this changed.
So is that
Wait.
one similar to that? Like you put it on and then you press a button and it.
Actually, no. So this rips. We just rip it off, and we have to put insulin manually into it. So we have a little bottle. We have a syringe. Pull it up, and then we place it in here. Actually, and then it takes 3 clicks, and then you can see right here. It says change pod, and then 24 U left in reserve.
Wow. That's
So like 20 U means units. Units means insulin.
right.
And
Okay.
it goes on.
So Christian, could you just imagine that you didn't have this technology?
Yeah, I would prick myself. So when I first had diabetes and we first got out of the hospital, actually, when I ate food, they gave me shots. It's like I put on my thigh or arm or
You had to inject yourself.
yes.
Okay.
Yes, I think stomach too. And I used to hit a muscle and it hurt so bad.
Oof.
But when I first did that for like the first 3 months, I think.
So can you explain that part to me again about how you stick yourself?
Okay, yeah. So I used to do it on my arm, both arms, thighs, legs. I can't even do it on my butt.
Wow.
But I always used to do thigh because after I hit a muscle on my stomach, I hated it. So I always used to do thigh. So I used to do it right here or on the side.
Okay. Wow.
So inner or outer.
Yeah. So so
I think.
who teaches you how to give yourself insulin?
The nurse.
The nurse taught you how to
When
do
we
it?
were in the hospital,
Got it.
they taught us where we can put it.
Okay.
And then I used to just, so you're supposed to squeeze it like this
Okay.
and then place it in and then just press it down.
Got it.
So you like twist the cap kind of like this and it goes to 30. 30 units is crazy a lot.
Yeah, you don't want that, right?
30 units is like eating a whole buffet. Like candy, everything.
Right. Okay.
So probably people are going to need higher, like 5 units because they're bigger. They need bigger meals. For now, I'm usually taking either 2 units or 3 units, depending on the meal.
Okay. So what were you saying?
So,
I know what I wanted to ask you. I know what.
Yeah.
So they're teaching you how to give yourself insulin at the hospital.
Yeah.
Right? They're teaching you. So when you do it for the first time, who gives it to you the first when you get home, not in the hospital?
and okay.
Yeah.
So in the hospital, the first time was the nurse. But then I think like the fourth time I had the meal, I gave it to myself. So
You gave it to
I
yourself?
gave it to myself in the hospital.
In the hospital.
Yeah.
After the nurse is training you and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Was that scary?
You don't really feel it. Have you ever had stitches?
Yeah.
Okay, so it kind of feels like that, but it's like this big
Okay.
and little less. So and I think every 3 months you're gonna it expires, and then you have to get a new one.
Wow.
So what is it?
Wait, what expires every 3 months?
So when I had the pen, I had to expires. I think it expires every month or 3 months.
Okay.
We had to get a new one out.
A new pen.
Yeah. So
but doesn't matter. You still got to stick yourself.
yes.
You still got
No matter what.
The act of actually puncturing your skin with the needle. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Because there's no other way for it to, unless you have that.
Yeah. I think I got this like a month ago, I think.
Okay.
So this is basically a pancreas.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me insulin every hour. So like a tiny droplet of water, kind of.
So
but instead of insulin.
So is it giving you insulin according to what the other sensors telling you, or is it just giving you a little bit at a time and you have to manage?
Okay, so yes and kind of no. So this
that was funny. Go ahead, go.
So this tells me my blood sugar, and then it also connects with this.
Well, that's okay. That's what I'm trying to get
So
at, right?
it's kind of
so it's working together.
Yeah.
To keep you
steady and
to keep you balanced, right?
Yeah, not go low or high.
Gotcha. Okay.
So wrong thing. So I press this little, like, you see that cap kind of? I press that to take insulin. That's what it looks like, the little insulin bottle. And I put 100 units in here.
Whoa.
Like that's very a lot.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna have all that. So I put my carbs. So 60 would be 3 units. And then UCGM means correct my blood sugar. And I'm not going to do that because I corrected it a little while ago. But C says me 0.8 U. U means unit, which is insulin. So that's the how much it gives me. And then, so that basically works together. And then I'm going to tell you about the activity mode and switch mode. So switch mode means I'm in automated mode right now. As you see, automated, which gives my daily hour insulin, little drop of insulin. Kind of like a pancreas, how it gives you that hour insulin for, it doesn't mix up your blood sugar.
Yes.
So.
Well, I wasn't aware of that. I just learned that.
Oh, you just learned that now?
Right this minute. So thank you. Yeah.
So you see this IOB right here? I don't know what that means, but 1.5 U is the units, so how much I have in my body right now.
Got it.
It was 1 unit and 1.5 units.
Okay.
So right here, this is the graph. It tells me how like my blood sugar is now and how it's been. So I've been steady on the way here, and then it went down a little and it went up and until now. So it's been going up until now, and now it's steady. So that arrow is steady. Up means going up. Double arrows means going up fast. Down means it's going down double.
So right now, it's supposed to be roughly 120, right?
Yeah, 120
is where we would like to be.
Close to like we want it to be in the hundreds.
Got it.
We want it to be under 180.
Under 180, okay.
Anything higher is considered high.
Okay.
Or very high.
Got it. So right now at 330, we're high right now.
Yes, that's very
high. So you're trying to
bring it down.
And you said you corrected earlier?
Yeah, I corrected at 334.
Okay.
So like an hour ago, I think.
Oh wow. Okay, so it takes some time for it to kind of.
So when we first got out the hospital, we had to wait 15 minutes to eat every time.
Got it.
And then that was annoying. Every time I had to eat. Imagine waiting 15 minutes after you take insulin, and you have to stare at your food while everyone else is eating.
Oh,
just imagine that.
Yeah, that's no good.
And then sometimes, if I was lower, I didn't wait at all. So in school, when I had to wait 15, I used to go a little earlier to wait.
Yeah, you were saying that, right?
But yeah, so I used to bring my lunchbox to there. I used to bring my lunchbox, and my mom's write how much carbs down. So actually, I can show you what we used to do. So I used to go on the calculator. Let me find that calculator. And then I forgot what my thing used to be. I think it was like 70 for correction, and then 24 for carbs. But this already knows it. It has its own calculator, so we don't have to calculate it anymore. So I'll say I'm having 60 carb meal. 60 carbs. So I put 60 here, and I divide it by, I think it's 24. 24 equals 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we changed my correction stuff. So it's going to be a little higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
So and then 75, I think it was, or 80 was for my correction, like to correct my blood sugar. So if I corrected it now, it would be 0.8.
Got it. So right now that is high.
Yes.
Right. How do you feel right now? Like, do you
I don't
feel
no, I don't feel anything.
You don't feel anything. You feel regular.
Yeah, my lips are a little chapped because I was licking it, but that's really it.
But I'm just saying, like right now you feel
Mm-hmm.
okay, right?
Yeah.
So right now that since your sugar is high, but you feel okay, right? Mm. If you were in school right now, would you like go out on the playground? Would you play sports? Would you engage other kids? Like, would you start playing a game of basketball, or would you kind of like sit back and wait for your sugar to come to stabilize?
So that can be an hour, 30 minutes to make it down.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be annoying, but I could do anything, really, if it's high. But if it's low, I have to go to the nurse. Take 4 tablets, sugar tablets, or 5 Skittles, depending, 5, 10, or 15, depending on my blood sugar.
Got it.
So I can show you. So when I go to recess, actually, I press this like little 3 lines right here. Mm-hmm. I press it, and then it goes to It goes to this. Mm-hmm. You can see switch mode, automated, manual. Mm-hmm. Manual means you're not going to get your hour insulin, which is not good. So sometimes at night, or sometimes regularly, it makes you turn automated restriction mode, which makes you turn into manual mode. So,
wow.
And then, I don't know, set time bolus. Bolus is the insulin, another word for it. And then activity. I can actually put it on right now and take it off. So, you see, it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It can go all the way to 24 hours. So, say you're in the army and you're going on an all-day trip to, I don't know, you're in war for the whole day. You put it on 24 hours. That's just a thing. So you put it on 24 hours.
Meaning that you're going to be active for 24
active for 24 hours.
Right.
You get
you're going to be walking, running. You're going to be doing stuff. You're going to be moving around
for like the whole day.
Got it.
And then next day, so I can actually not put it on 24 hours, but I can put it on 1 hour and say it stops my hour insulin. And then right here, it tells you how long. I can just cancel that right now. So that beep's telling me it's gone.
Got it. Okay.
And it's giving my hour insulin now. And then these switches, this little mark saying it's on automated mode, which is good. Okay. And this tells me my blood sugar. So this one tells me one is going to expire and one to change it. So it says change, 24 units left in the thing. And then pod expirations today at 8:21 p.m.
Wow.
So that's what you want to see?
I think for me right now, as I'm listening to you and watching how you're navigating like through your phone, it's pretty amazing that at your age, you're so in tune with how this all works and how it affects you. Because ultimately it's you, right? Like it's you. But I think it's very impressive that you're able to not only show me, but you're navigating a pretty complex, application almost, you know what I mean? Like that will take me a long time to try to like figure out. And you're not only have you figured it out, you're just like moving through, you're navigating it. It's pretty impressive. Yeah. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions.
Yeah.
So if there were like a group of young boys and girls who
had diabetes,
who were just diagnosed.
Oh, okay.
The day that you left the hospital, the way you were feeling, if there was a group of kids who were feeling that same way, like what would you tell them?
So the day I left, I felt perfect fine. I felt like now.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't say anything because I felt fine. I felt
no, you felt fine.
But
you felt fine, but you were just diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
well, I was diagnosed for 7 months. That's what we like. They said 4 months or 3 months that's what they thought how long I've been diagnosed for. So really, we've been diagnosed for 7 years. I mean, 7 months.
Right, but you hadn't gone to the hospital. You hadn't taken insulin. No, none of that. Right.
Yeah.
So they're like, so the doctors are thinking, and I don't even want to talk about. I don't even, because I wasn't there. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional in this area whatsoever. I'm asking in terms of the way you were feeling, like as a person, not feeling that. No. How did you? Was your sugar up or down as a person?
And how'd I react?
Yeah, like if there were a group of kids right now that are experiencing the same thing you've experienced, what would you tell them?
So I would say it's not the worst thing and it's not the best thing that would happen to you, but say it's even better for you. You get a healthier life. You're gonna be way more healthier than average people that have or people that have treats or you're gonna be healthy, very healthy, and then you're gonna be healthy, be strong. So take that as an advantage and have better. Your blood sugar's gonna be better. You're gonna feel amazing. You can do anything you want, basically, mostly, but you can do anything, but just watch out for your blood sugar. And if you go high or low, so if you had a pump, you would put it on activity mode for how long you're playing or doing whatever. But if you had injections, try to wait 30 minutes or an hour after you take that injection, so you don't go low.
Okay. I have another question. So what have you learned from this entire experience?
I learned
so far.
So I learned that I'd eat way healthier and how I feel better, stronger. I had more muscles now than back when we did not know, and I used to be a little more chunky. I used to be 101 pounds. Now I'm 81. I lose a lot of weight, but now I'm a perfect weight for me.
Wow. Is there anything else you want to share with the people that are going to listen and watch this?
No matter what medical disease or anything that happens to you, don't make it stop you from anything you want.
I like that.
Actually, can I redo that?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you have a medical disease or anything, don't make it stop chasing your dreams.
Okay.
That sounds way worse than the first one.
Nah, it's all good, brother. Thank you. So you're going to come back? You're going to come back and hang out with me on Spark.N.Stride?
Yeah.
Awesome. We would love to have you back, man. All right, Christian, thank you so much. It was awesome talking to you. And I hope that this was also beneficial to yourself in terms of getting out your message and how you've bounced back from this diagnosis.
Yeah.
All right, brother.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. Spark.N.Stride. Stay sparked.
It's smart.